Hello, Saint. The Lord bless you and the Lord keep you. Thank you, everybody, especially for tuning in. My name is Bishop Climate Wiseman, or Prophet Climate Wiseman, or Dr. Climate Wiseman. And I want to take this opportunity to put some things straight in order. I am the founder of Bishop Climate Ministry, but also the present bishop of the Kingdom Church. So one of the things, the reason why I prepared this is actually a press release or press statement, because there are some things that I need to clarify. We received another letter from BBC. Actually, they are saying that tonight there will be streaming or broadcasting talking about they're talking about that people that have taken advantage of the of this pandemic of coronavirus. And one thing I want to make it very clear is that let me first of all get the letter what they sent to us here, because you see there are some things that are just out of place. You know, it's just out of order. They are saying, oh, you know, just give me a second here so I can get it for you here, so at least you'll have an understanding of what I'm talking about, the letter that which they sent to me. I want to make it very clear because, you know, there's a lot of nonsense going around and talking about, you know, they say, you know, you say this is from a guy named, the letter is from a guy named Alice Hatte, senior journalist. And they say here now, I work for File 4 BBC Radio London for Current Affairs series, where we are making a program examining the exploitation of COVID-19 crisis. Number one, let me make it very clear, Bishop Climate Ministry or myself, we have not tried to exploit anything. Actually, the people that are exploiting this is the media, not me. I want to make it quite very clear. They're the one that are exploiting, because what we have done, we have been able to help so many people with a lot of evidence, where that is concerned. So they say that they needed me to respond. So they send me a couple of questions, and I think I would like, because I know sometimes these media people, that when you reply to them, they just take what they feel they want. I'm talking about not everybody, not all media. There are some others that are very negative. Others, they try to be the truth to be known. And if that is what they're doing, I'm happy about it. So the first question they asked me, remember, you know, we're talking about their main aim here is to try to find out the exploitation of COVID-19 crisis, you know, and now I've made it very clear there was not exploitation to any way at all. You see, you need to understand this is a crisis that hit the world, and everybody was looking, people panicked. But myself as a responsible leader and an anointed leader, I had to seek, you know, what I know, and it did produce the results, and I have evidence about it. So this was the question that they sent to me. Question number one, they said, Bishop Climate Wiseman of Kingdom Church, which is me, in Camberwell, London, along with other members of the church, including Bishop K2, have been selling a product, the Spiritual Divine Protection Kit, to the public, falsely claiming that it can treat COVID-19. To date, there is no specific medicine recommended to prevent, to treat, or to cure the new coronavirus 2019 nCoV source. This is quoting from the World Health Organization. Okay, this is my answer for BBC and everyone that's number one. Bishop Climate Ministry, watch here now. Bishop Climate Ministry and the Kingdom Church have only one bishop. Yeah, our presiding bishop, and that is me, Bishop Climate Wiseman. Deacon K2 is not a bishop. He is a deacon, and he is a staff member of Bishop Climate Ministry Help Center. This is a prayer line where we open up for people to pray. Those who want help with prayer, this is what we do. Bishop myself now, I stand for what I believe in, that God has a cure and protection for his people. If you don't believe, that is up to you. But for me, I believe in the Bible. I'm talking advancing where my faith is concerned. The Bible full of miracles where God has cured sickness, diseases, and plagues. So what do you want me to do? What do I mean? This is what I know. And it says here now, and it is right there. It is right there in the Bible. The world may not have a solution, but God has, and he has revealed to it through me, his servant, and hundreds of people, listen to me, they have been healed and recovered from coronavirus symptoms, and we have evidence of this. I have evidence of this, not one, not two. I can bring hundreds. people that they have been healed, people that they have been healed of all symptoms and all that. Okay? Now, that was question number one. Question number two, an undercover BBC reporter called the church asking for advice for a friend who was tested positive for COVID-19. During this call, Bishop Ketu, it's not Bishop Ketu, it's Deacon Ketu, told the reporter that the oil will make the virus invisible and that once administered 3 times a day, a friend could return to work and life is normal. Also told our reporter unless he bought the kit immediately, his friend and who tested positive for COVID-19 might die. Now, let me explain this to you. Okay, we have some of those recorded. We recorded conversation. The undercover reporter, listen to me, asked a lot of confusing questions. Number one, with the intention of implicating Bishop Climate Ministry for going against government guideline, which we have never done. And Bishop Climate, listen to me, Bishop Climate and the whole Bishop Climate Ministry continues to stand by it. So due to high number of calls, our call center is sometimes under pressure. After listening to our recorded telephone calls, it came to my attention that this question were contradicting our staff. That is exactly what they were doing. And even the one that they aired on BBC London. Now, you see, people don't understand that those were 2 different people with 2 different voices. I know all my sheep. I know all my staff. I know their voices. You see, they'll pick up yes and no, cut here and paste here. That one is what for a regular person will not know the difference, but we know the difference, and that is very wrong. So what I'm trying to say here is what they're trying to put on there. At the end of the day, I even met the undercover and I asked him about it. I met the guy. I think he couldn't even speak English properly. So I don't understand even what he heard. He could not even understand. I spoke to him myself personally. The guy, I think he was speaking, maybe I tried to speak to him. He couldn't even talk English properly. So how could he understand what we were saying? The undercover. I even told him. He asked him, are you sick? He said, no. I myself, I spoke to him. I said, are you sick? He said, no. And I said, so he wants to go to work. I said, at the end of the day, you can use it for protection. If you believe, you can. And even laid my hand on him. And I prayed for him. And you have to be very careful. If I put my hand on you and I pray for you and you turn against me, God will deal with it. I did talk to him. And at the end of the day, he couldn't even, they sent an undercover person who cannot even speak proper English. Then how will he understand what we're talking about? Question number 4, I think is D here. And watch here now. This is what I want to be able to explain. Now, it says, number 3. Bishop Ketu went to tell undercover reporter that another member of the public had recently contacted the church to seeking the oil, but that he watched his wife die of COVID-19 before he could purchase it. So he went on to tell a reporter that he needed to buy the oil immediately or his friend might die. Yes, listen to me. Let me explain this to you. There are people who lost their loved one and nothing can replace a life. Listen to me. Nothing can replace a life on this earth. When your loved one is gone, it's gone. But I'll tell you one thing. If there's anything that I could do to save a loved one's life, I will do it. It does not matter either there's scientific proof or not proof. If there's one thing that I could, it's better to have known, to have tried and failed, but not to have tried. So at the end of the day, yes, we had people who were so worried because they lost their loved one. And these people at the end of the day, yes, after they found out about it, yes, they did be able to get the divine cleansing protection kit, and they did use it, yes. And at the end of the day, they were protected. There were no more casualties where their family is concerned. But one thing I'll be able to let you know here, child of God, life is precious. Life is precious. Life is precious. And there is nothing, child of God. When your loved one is gone, it's gone. You cannot reverse it. And I stand here as a prophet. And I stand here and I say, if there's one thing, if there's anything that I can do with my ability, either scientifically, either spiritually, either emotionally, or whatever way it is to save somebody's life, I promise you I'll do it again and again and again. The 4th question here says, Even after investigation was launched by the Charity Commission, the church continued to offer to sell false COVID-19 protection devices to the public. Number one, let me tell you one thing. The church, listen to me, all the churches were closed. All right? The church did not sell this oil. This is Bishop Climate Ministry. Okay? This is me. I'm talking about myself personal. As a person, this is what it is. This is a gift that God has given me. So the church never sold it to anybody or anywhere. The church, all the churches were closed by the government until when all the ban will be lifted up. So this product, listen to me, this product are offered through Bishop Climate Ministry, which is a private entity. Not, listen to me, this is a private entity, not Kingdom Church, which is a charity. The only connection between Bishop Climate Ministries and the Kingdom Church is one. Bishop Climate is I'm the owner. I'm talking about Bishop Climate Ministry and the current presiding or the sitting bishop of the Kingdom Church. So at the end of the day, this has nothing to do with the Kingdom Church GB, which is a charity. All what they do, they share the same address. Simple and where that is concerned. So at the end of the day, all the churches were told to close their doors until the time when the government will allow. So the church did not sell to anybody. Church equals members. That is what it is. It's ecclesiastes. It is a church. It's a body of believers. That is what it is. Please get it right. Okay, the next question here is in the YouTube entitled "How to Use a Divine Cleansing Kit," Bishop Climate Wiseman and others make a series of statements which leads people to believe that the spiritual divine cleansing protection kit can treat and by implication cure COVID-19. Now, let me tell you one thing. Like what I said before, I could not just sit down and do nothing. Yeah, I had to seek God, and this is the truth. God always has a way of protecting his people. He's done it before, he's doing it now, and he will do it again in the future. It has worked before. It may be strange, but it has worked before. It is working now, and in the future, if any pandemic rises up, it will still work. No one has dared to find out. Listen to me. No one has dared to find out what answer God has. It's only Bishop Climate where I'm concerned, and God gave me the solution. It's there in the Bible. I did not go and do my own stuff. No, it's there in the Bible. It's in the book of Leviticus. It is there in the book of Exodus. It's there in the book of Deuteronomy. It's there actually in the book of John when Jesus was getting crucified. So what are you telling me now? I did not go over there. Everything that I have there, I found it in the Bible. What I believe, it is there already. It is there in the Bible. I found it in the Bible. It is there. What do you want me to do? I did not go over there right now and use petrol oil or whatever it is. I did not go over there and especially some people were saying that I'm using snake oil. I've not used snake oil. That was spoken by Councillor Tom Flynn of Labour Party in Camberwell, and that is that's bigotry. It's so wrong to go and say that. Did he see me selling snake oil? Has he ever supplied me with snake oil? Yeah, where do I get a snake to get the oil from? I'm just asking about here. I believe that is out of order for local labor, and I believe this is racism and discrimination. But don't worry about it, Councillor. I'm gonna come after. I'm coming. Well, let me finish with the BBC first, because you're gonna tell me exactly where did you see that snake oil? Because at the end of the day, all these are ingredients from the Bible. They are there in the book of Leviticus, in the book of Exodus, in the book of Deuteronomy, even in the book of John. And you see, one thing to understand, all these products are biblical based. Yeah, we don't just pick up oil from anywhere, and they're there in the Bible, and instruction is in the book of Leviticus, in the book of Exodus, Deuteronomy, and the book of John. We have never forced this product on anybody, and we have a series of witness and statement from people who have used these products themselves and recovered from coronavirus symptom. And I can tell you this, we have had 0% casualties. That's what it is. So we have never given anybody sense of force. We don't force anybody. No. We have not done that. All what I've done here is just like what it says in the Bible. For those who believe, all things are possible to whom that believe it. It has worked. I have people that, not one, not two, hundreds of people that are willing to testify where this is concerned. Now, and also let me just the last question here is, You're asking here, there is a current not proven, this is from BBC, not me, there is current not proven treatment to or cure for COVID-19. Making such a claim to the contrary is misleading and could cause confusion and distress and endanger members of the public. This is very strange you're saying here now. So what does it mean? Is there any place that is proven that is heaven? Is there any place that tells, is there any scientifically proof that is heaven and hell? Yes, but yet people talk about going to heaven. People talk about, people will go to hell. Is there any proven scientific that there is God? Then why are people allowed to go open up mosque, do all this and do all that, and open up mosque, open up the temple, open up the churches? Why? What is there any proof? People, does that cause confusion, distress? And then what happens if there's a Christian who does not like the Hindu? At the end of the day, does that mean that they're in distress? Listen to me. Let me explain this to you. Yeah, God is above science. Science just confirm what God has already established. You see, miracles may seem impossible, but they do happen, and the evidence proves it. People are entitled to what they want to believe. The whole nation cannot have the same point of belief. So for us who believe in God, He has a solution, and it has worked, and it cannot be denied. Throughout this whole pandemic, it is so sad. It's very sad that we have heard of a lot of reports that even pastors and their members and other religious leaders from different denominations have died from this pandemic. And it's very, very sorry and very sad. People have lost their loved one. They have lost their loved one. It's very, very sad. And at the end of the day, I am a spiritual leader. I am a prophet. There is a God in heaven. His name is Jehovah. And there is a prophet here in London, and his name is Bishop Climate. And one thing I want you to know, I chose just to stand for our members and for our partners. Our partners are those people who are far away in our nation. They cannot be able to come on every weekend to be with us on our church, but they are connected to this anointing. But all our members who run into hundreds, despite of some of them even having underlying health issues, all have been watching. All have all been safe and protected. You see, and also, I just want to add this. This is very important. Just to add on this, we have given a lot of these oils away for free for those who cannot afford it. You see, that you did not know. You see, and when people say that we were selling by £91, we never sold by £91. This was based on a donation based. It was based on a donation based. You see, also based on Psalms 91. That is what it is. You see, we have given this free to a lot of people who cannot afford it. And one thing, all those over 60 years old, especially who are church members, our lovely senior members, all those over 60 years and with underlying health issues, were given the oil for free. So the price of the product is to cover the high quality of the product plus the postage. And people need to be able to hear the truth. And this is what I say. I would love for you to call me, for a live interview, and I'll be willing to answer all your questions. If you are there right now, you see, I'll be willing to answer your question, whatever it is. I believe all this because I believe all the information that has been put up there by the media is false and lacks merit. The accusation against us has been twisted, and all I have been asked is to write a statement while you're busy discussing it. If you are going to talk about it and broadcast about it, listen to me. I believe I deserve a fair chance. I don't mind fancy scientists, doctors, even public to clarify my position. You see, I don't mind a live debate. I know what I'm talking about. I have seen it working. I have experienced it myself personally, and even now it's still saving life. Our purpose is to help, not to destroy or to take advantage of anybody. That is what it is. My job is to help our government. They can only do what they can do. The scientists can only do what they can do. The teachers can only do what I can do. And we, as a prophet, we can only do what we can do. But remember, child of God, when the world has no cure, when the world has no solution, then there is a God who can provide miracles. And I believe in that God, because I will not be wasting my time being fired for something that does not make any sense. What do you think that I am? What do you think? You think that I'll go and package some oil somewhere there? You think I'll just go and package some oil and I'll be fried all over the place, whatever? For what reason? What reason do I have? And I want to just speak to those who are there in the religious circle. Please, you need to understand one thing. We don't, here in the Kingdom Church, I'm talking about Kingdom Church, Bishop Climate Ministry, we don't just pack olive oil and we sell it to the people. No. We don't do that. No, we don't do that at all. No. Every oil you see in Bishop Climate Ministry is specifically from the 12 types of oil that are in the Bible, and God gave me formula and on each every one of them on what it can cure, what it can protect, and what it can do. I will not waste my time trying. Listen to me, I'm wise enough to understand. So I will not be wasting my time being fired for something that it does not work. For what benefit? What benefit will it do for my family? What benefit will it do for myself? What benefit will it do for my name? What benefit will it do for the church? What benefit will it do? This is what my question is. What benefit is going to benefit anybody? It's not going to benefit me at all. But you know one thing, child of God, the way you see that I speak, I believe in it. I know what it can do. I have seen people to the point of death turn around and they have recovered. And even as I speak right now, just this weekend, I just received a new patient and completely recovered. So you ask me, what do you mean, prophet? That is what I'm trying to say. So please, if you are there right now, you've been listening to media. Some of you right now, you've been writing me, calling me on names, whatever it is, and blah, 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 blah. Listen to me. I feel sorry for you. Because you don't understand. You don't know what it is somebody will do. You don't know what it is when somebody has lost life. But you know one thing? The Bible tells us in the book of John, chapter 10, a good shepherd will lay down his life for his sheep. I will do whatever I can do. If I have to climb a mountain like Moses to go up and rise up the road of God for my people to be delivered, I will do it. I will do it. I will do anything that I can for my members. I will do anything that I can for our members, our partners. I will do it. Trust me. And I will do it again and again and again. But please, I'm not an idiot to be fried around just for selling oil. Please, I understand you may have been to churches somewhere there. You may have gone to different churches where they just put olive oil and they sell it to people. Please. Or maybe you may be one of those pastors. I understand that is your level. That is your level at the moment. I've been in that level before, but I've gone to another level where I've met God. I've gone to another level where God has revealed it to me. It has worked and it will continue to work. So thank you so much and for taking time to listen to all this. And I'll make another statement about the guy who said that I'm selling snake oil, because I'm going to deal with him private. Personal, I'm going to deal with him. Yeah, I'm going to wait. Let me give him a break. I'm a very patient man. If you want an issue, bring it. But you know one thing, enough is enough. And listen, and I want to make very clear, I'm not one of those pastors or those prophets that you can push around. No. And I've got no fight against anybody, but please don't bring it to me, because I'm different. And that's what it is. And that's what God uses me. So, last question here is, if they say it's fake, test it. You can come and test it. We are so happy to collaborate. Probably this could be the solution to the whole world. I'm ready. If you want it, test it. You can test it and we can see it. Test it. I'm ready for it, but it just worked. And I have witness. They're willing to stand by me. It just worked. It saved their life. And they're willing to do whatever they can do, because they knew without it, today they will not be here. And I thank God for that. I thank you for listening, for everything. And God will bless you. And I'm looking forward in the future, maybe when the doors open, to welcome you to Kingdom Church. You know, so we can go to fellowship and continue. This is a place of miracles. We want to welcome you to the Bishop Climate Ministry. You know, our products are genuine, shipped all over the world. Many people have been healed, delivered in different ways. You know, there is God in heaven. His name is Jehovah. And there is a prophet in London. His name is Bishop Climate. Thank you so much, all. And God bless you.